coming apart, Mother.
Just to be sure, there's a spoiler. The Wheel of Time cleared Elaida's name when it comes to the question of her being in league with Liandrin, but that's not to say she has nothing up her sleeve. Upon her return to the White Tower, the new member of the Wheel of Time cast has been among the few willing to openly challenge the Amylrin Seat. Shown to be both cunning and ruthless, it's clear that Elaida is capable of serving as a major obstacle for Wheel of Time's main characters going forward, if that's the path she chooses to take. The Wheel of Time Season 3, Episode 5, notably raised the prospect of Elaida being more than just a thorn in their side. Siuan, Leane, and Verin all considered that Elaida could be a member of the Black Ajah. Her antagonistic nature seemed to reinforce that notion, but the show ruled out that possibility when she was nearly attacked by one of the Wheel of Time's Grey Men. So as calculating and uncaring as she may seem, she's not on the side of the villains. But doesn't necessarily mean she's going to be an ally.
I'm calling for a vote in the hall to cage the dragon Reborn.
Welcome to Movie Spy. Elaida wants to be the Amylrin Seat. Elaida successfully usurps Siuan Sanche in the Shadow Rising. The way in which Elaida has been questioning Siuan Sanche's leadership hints at her highest ambition in both the books and the series. Perhaps unsurprisingly, she has designs on Siuan's title as the Amylrin Seat. In The Shadow Rising, the fourth book in Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series and the primary source material for Season 3, Elaida takes advantage of the unrest in the White Tower and uses it to further her own influence. The Dragon Reborn had proclaimed himself, and there were legitimate concerns about Siuan's prior knowledge of the situation. Using her connections with the other Aes Sedai, Elaida gradually mustered enough support for her position that Siuan no longer deserved the power that came with being the Amylrin Seat. A decision was reached during a secret meeting, in which she purposely excluded the Blue Ajah, knowing they'd side with Siuan. Thanks to Elaida's machinations, the sitters voted in favor of deposing Siuan, resulting in her stilling and imprisonment. Naturally, Elaida's endgame was for the Aes Sedai to choose her as Siuan's replacement, and she got exactly what she wanted immediately afterward. It's already evident that the TV version of Elaida has similar ambitions. She's made no secret of her issues with Siuan's decision-making and has been quick to insert herself into the politics of the White Tower. Plus, she's already been working to build good relations with the members of the Red Ajah. In the books, it's understood that the Red Sisters rarely control the White Tower. So they'd obviously be happy to help Elaida take Siuan's place in the power structure of the Aes Sedai. What Elaida's surprise alliance with Siuan Sanche means for her plans. Having a common enemy in the Black Ajah could distract from Elaida's true goals. Season 3 added an interesting twist to Elaida and Siuan's story in The Shadow Rising, when the Grey Man attacked her. How that story ended implied that now that Siuan knows Elaida isn't a dark friend working for the Forsaken in the Wheel of Time, the two may be able to work together to root out the Black Ajah's spy. While it's true that the two realizing they have a mutual enemy didn't happen in The Shadow Rising, this twist doesn't necessarily mean Elaida's goals have been changed. Rather, they can be a boon to her scheme in the long run. In the novel, Elaida blindsided Siuan in her study and announced the vote to have her deposed. As it stands, Siuan's TV counterpart might anticipate an effort by Elaida to remove her from power, but the shared recognition that the Black Ajah is still a threat should give them common ground, and therefore a reason for Siuan to think they're on the same side. Putting her differences with Elaida aside to focus on the Black Ajah could lead to Siuan letting her guard down, allowing the conniving Red a chance to strike. What Elaida has in mind for Rand in the Wheel of Time. Elaida plans to control the Dragon Reborn. For Elaida, becoming the Amylrin Seat is a stepping stone toward the fulfillment of another key goal, and it's one that's perfectly in line with the general worldview of the Red Ajah. She touched on this early in Season 3 when she expressed an interest in calling a vote regarding the capture of Rand al'Thor, whom she now knows as the Dragon Reborn. As for what she intends to do with him, she only notes that she wants to cage him and offers no specifics. It's the duty of the Red Ajah to gentle male channelers, but this isn't the aim of the book version of Elaida, at least not when it comes to Rand al'Thor. Instead, she seeks to control him. As Elaida says in the show, the Red Ajah have long prepared for the scenario in which Lu's Theron Telamon, aka the Dragon, returns as a male channeler. In the books, Elaida recognizes that the White Tower needs Rand to survive so that the Dark One can be defeated at the last battle. But she doesn't believe that Rand will do this if he has free will. Elaida is extremely diplomatic in her approach to Rand, sending a letter to him in the fires of heaven that deliberately avoided alienating him. Verin, her keeper of the chronicles, initiated a plan to cage Rand, but Elaida had been hesitant to go that far in the hopes of staying on Rand's good side. The TV show's Elaida seems considerably more aggressive toward Rand, so it'll be interesting to see if she develops a different outlook on how to handle Rand if and when she does succeed in assuming the role of the Amylrin Seat in the Wheel of Time. Thanks for watching.